Good afternoon, good afternoon, good afternoon. Happy Friday. Kissing up to God, giving Him all the glory, all the honor, and all the praises. I'm so happy to be here with you today. My name is Jennifer Brooks. I am your Southern Belle. Oh, I got a good one again today. It's a weekend, so why not start it out? By now I'll be get myself together and checking out things, getting out an outfit, get things together to start heading out or waiting for my date or whatever that's going on a Friday night. But I was so happy to be home. I have no idea. But it just made me think because we was talking about like love, like being in love, like being in love, And as you know, if you've been following me, you know that I was married twice. And then I had thought about it. Was I in love with either one of my ex? And I was like, I don't think I was because my first ex, I was with child, so I'm a country girl. I'm a Southern woman. I just did not want to be bringing a child on the earth without the father. So I did the thing that I thought I should do, by marrying his dad. I wasn't in love with him, but I grew to love him, in the relationship. And then 13 years later, I got married to my second ex, and I wasn't in love with him either. But it was just a time in my life where I was just wanted to be with somebody, I guess. So to tell you the truth, I really don't know if I have ever been like in love. And I'm gonna tell you what it says in love is anyway, and then you tell me what you think. Okay, being in love. All right, I got a couple of people on today. Hi, everybody. Being in love. It says being in love is a state of romantic infatuation, often characterized by intense feelings like passion and desire, which is driven by a rush of neurochemicals like dopamine and I'll make sure I want to say this, oxytocin. So that is what's driven the in love thing. And then it says this differs from a deeper, more mature love. So now that's what I'm really talking about, that deeper, mature love, which involves lasting commitment, partnership, and acceptance rather than possessiveness or a need to change your partner. While infatuation is often focusing on analyzing traits, a deeper love builds a foundation of trust and enduring emotional connections over time. And then I looked up oxytocin. And oxytocin is called the love hormone. It releases during physical touch, such as hugging or sexual activities, and it helps foster feelings of trust, empathy, and connections. And they actually use it medical. It's a medical. They use it for the medical too to induce labor, to strengthen when you have the contractions, and controls the bleeding after delivery. It reduces stress and anxiety. So oxytocin is really needed, I guess. And then of course dopamine is the chemical neurotransmitter in the brain that plays a key role in the body's reward system, motivation, mood, and movement. It releases it in response to enjoyable experiences, creating feeling of pleasure and being satisfied, and it drives the desire to repeat those behavior. So dopamine is called um the feel good chemical. So are we in love? Are we dealing with the oxytocin and the dopamine in relationships? Because when we get in, and then I thought I was in a relationship. I guess it was just one sided. But I really, really cared about this person so much. And I loved him. I wasn't in love, but I loved him and I really cared for him. And I really felt like it could have grown. But I wasn't for him. And so we'll leave that one alone. But are we really like in love? Are we wasting our time because it's an infatuation? It's something that we think love is. Because as they say, love is patient. Love is kind. Love don't hurt. Love is not puffed up. So when you're in love with a person and when you really into that person, it's things about that person that's not gonna make you not want to be with them because of those things. And when you're in love with a person, it should be more than just physical. Being in love with a person should come with the whole package. You know what I mean? The physical part, that's when that lust come in. Because that really is a difference between being in love with somebody and lusting for someone because of how they look. Or because of their body, or because they're pretty, or because they're handsome. That deals with that lust. Because as I stated in one of my other videos, you haven't watched my videos, please go and check them out. If that changes, does the feeling change? So that should give you a little idea about the love and the lust, because if they lose what drew you to them, like that sex appeal, that handsome face or that pretty face that is no longer handsome, that is no longer pretty, that hourglass figure that has now become a keg, I guess, like another person. But once those change, why do the love go if it was really love? So I really don't think I ever have been in love before. It's not sad, but it's kind of sad in a sense, because that should be like a beautiful, wonderful experience. Being with your mate, being with your soulmate, or somebody that you grow through life with, somebody that you are with, um, without all the physical. Somebody that you can call and talk to, like, about anything, about what's going on, that's going to keep your secrets, that's not going to tell everybody. Somebody that's going to sit beside you when you're going through, that's going to pet you on your back, that's going to go ahead and keep you lifted up in prayer, that's going to be there for you. Dad. So, what do you think? Do you think it's infatuation? Do you think it's the dopamine? Do you think it's the oxytocin? I mean, what do you think that you really are feeling? Love, or in love, or is it just those um those narrow chemicals transmitting things to your brain, into your body, to make you think it's that, because it's that feel good, that make you think it's that, because it's the love language, or is it something deeper than that? Another good question. If you have any comments, or if you have any answers, let me know. I would love to know what it is. Since I say I have an experience, then somebody help a sister out. All right, you guys, thank you so much for joining. If you think anybody needs to hear this, please share. And please keep subscribing. I'm 25 down from 1,000 subscribers. So share my channel if you don't mind. Please comment, please like. Thank you so much. And enjoy this Friday night, because I know I'm going to enjoy mine, okay? Thank you so much. My name is Jennifer Brooks. I am your Southern Belle, and I am on the right road now. Y'all have a blessed night. Now, you're here. All righty. God bless.